the fundamental for follow-through to your target. What we're going to find out is two of the biomechanical features relate to follow-through to the target. One of them is your swing path. So again, you take your right arm. If my right arm swings from side to side, that's certainly going to influence the path of the swing and how the follow-through goes, doesn't it? Yeah? If I'm swinging in an under manner, it's got to influence the path of the swing and how I follow through, doesn't it? Okay? Your swing track, where do your elbows go? Do your elbows go more around you? Do your elbows camber? Do your elbows lift? Certainly that's got to influence your swing track. I mean, your swing path, right? So, and your track happens on the way back and on the way through. So it's got to influence the path of the swing, which is going to influence your follow through, how you are able to follow through, isn't it? Does that make sense?
Does posture and address determine any of this stuff?
Yeah, that's body. So that'll be the whole next set of things that we get into. Yeah, posture. The primary concept of being a swinger is rotating in posture. Therefore, you better have the proper posture if you're going to rotate in posture. It's huge. Okay? Yeah. Okay, so club face. What influences the club face? It being square or pavic. The way your wrists hinge, for example. Okay? So my wrists, I can hinge them vertically. Yeah? I can hinge them horizontally. I can cock and I can roll. Okay? That's what we call angular hinge. So we have vertical hinge, we have angular hinge, we have horizontal hinge. Right? Different players do it differently. So, but the way you hinge your wrist certainly is going to influence where that club face is positioned, isn't it? Yeah. Okay? The way you release that hinge is also going to influence it. Okay? That's what we call, on the next one down, covering release, cornering release, extending release. I'm an under golfer. I have what we call horizontal under hinge, which is an angular position. When I come into the ball, from this position right here, all I do is extend my right arm. And you see how that squared the club face? I didn't have to roll anything. I just extend. So players that are in an under position extend. Now, if I'm in an on-top position and I just extend, it flips over more, doesn't it? Okay? So they have to have what we call more, coming down on top, they have to have more of a covering release, which goes this way. That's the supination of Hogan. See how the toe didn't pass my hands when I supinated? But that's what a covering release is. Unless I want to hook it, then I can let it go. Okay, side-on golfers are coming from the side. They come into square, and then they corner to continue that process. So it's not making one action and then divergent. You see that? All the actions continue in a path that blends with what they were doing. All right? But can you see how the way you release the hinges is going to affect where the club face goes? That's the basic story. Yeah, the way you hinge affects where the club face goes. The way you release. All release is taking the angles from the elbow and the wrist and making them straight. That's technically what release is. Okay?
Okay, so your opinion, you have 3 wrist hinge?
Yeah.
Okay, so how is that determined?
Which one works best for you?
Or why do you do it one way, and then why would I do it maybe a different way?
It's because of the way your wrist joint is built. Okay, so literally the structure of the wrist joint. Exactly.
So yeah. Makeup, body makeup then? Or?
Yeah, it's all body makeup. Everything that determines the biomechanics is your body makeup. Yeah. You can try by choice to say, look, I'm going to do this system. Great, go do it. Does it work for you? Is it easy to do? Is it inconsistent? What's going on? One of the things I did to dial mine in to figure it out, I do a drill I call on. So when I swing, I go, and if you can make a constant then your swing is fitting your biomechanics. Literally, if you change your posture, like if you stand up, as soon as I bent my posture, my ah cut out. But if I do it with hip flexion, my ah doesn't change. So proper posturing, you learn this in the martial arts, you learn in gymnastics. This is where I started doing this stuff. If you breathe perfectly, your biomechanics are going to be aligned. Geometrically, everything's going to be aligned. It has to keep your breathing in proper alignment. But as soon as you're out of position, tilted my spine, right, Milton? My ah is out. Okay? So you can literally, if all you did is and keep swinging until you figured out how to perfectly, you would find your best biomechanics. This day and age, it's hard for people to believe that. But I guarantee you that is true.